shine. Empower your dreams, make the future mine. From the heart of a weary, we're lighting the way. Join the movement, seize the day.
Are you a dreamer, innovator, or change maker looking to ignite your potential and make a difference? Then get ready for Imo Lite, the ultimate radio show designed to motivate, empower, and transform you. Join us every Wednesday at 12:30 p.m. on Boss Radio 98.9 FM Owerri as we bring you inspiring stories, expert advice, practical skills, and life-changing opportunities to help you rise and shine. From leadership and entrepreneurship to digital skills and personal growth, we have got it all. You can call in to share your story. Don't just sit back. Rise up, light up, join the movement with Imo Lite, and let's take the future together.
Together we'll shine forevermore.
Hello, 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 Imo Lights, Imo State, and beyond. Welcome to Imo Light Up Radio Show. I'm your host, Chinonso Onukua, and today is going to be another episode that defines great leadership in our generation, emotional intelligence. So I'm super excited for this episode. We have so much in store as usual, right? We're going to take a look about the task from last week and what was accomplished. We're going to have a little bit of something different. We have a different treat or appetizers on the table today. We have our phenomenal speaker, and I am thrilled to introduce this lady and this speaker to you. She is such an expert in her field. And then, of course, we're going to have, tips for you all to live with and then an action step. So wherever you're calling from, thank you for joining us. Whether you're in North America, good morning. We thank you for starting your day with us. Whether you're in Europe or West Africa, grab your lunch. You're in for a treat this next hour. Or if you're calling from somewhere in Asia or Australia, we're hoping you have a wonderful commute home and a wonderful end of the work. But wherever you are in the world, thank you for joining us to your weekly power hour of motivation, inspiration, and impact. This is Imo Light Up Radio Show only on Buzz Radio 98.9 FM. All right, before we dive into today's topic on emotional intelligence, which we know it's not just about feelings, right? It's about understanding yourself and others, navigating conflict, building trust, and leading with empathy. Let's really take a pause and go to our step back last week. Last week we talked about building strong networks, and I left you with an assignment or an action steps. Ready? The action step was identify one person you admire, online or in your community. Reach out, ask a thoughtful question, or offer to support something they're working on and start the relationship. So throughout the show, you have an opportunity to call, you have an opportunity to engage, you have opportunities to ask our guest speaker questions, but make sure you save down this number. We have the live studio number 0912-267-7989, or you can send a WhatsApp message and call as well to 0806 999 2999, and wherever you are in the world, the country code for Nigeria is +234. Now, this week's episode was sponsored by the amazing Pearlville School. Pearlville School is a top tier, the best nursery, primary, and secondary school here in Imo State. We're bringing international standard right here in your front door. And they have two amazing opportunities. We know school is about to get out, and parents, if you're looking for what to do this summer throughout August, I know sometimes we need a break. We love our children so much, but let's get them engaged and upskill, right? Elevate their skills. So they have two opportunities. One is a leadership academy, a 3-week leadership academy in this August, and the second is the nursery camp. Now, the leadership academy is for SS 1, 2, 3, and recent high school graduates, and the summer camp is for nursery, primary, and JS 1, 2, 3. So wherever you are, you can call the number 0901-553-1160. So thank you, Pearlville School, for supporting emotionally smart leaders for tomorrow's world. All right, so we're gonna get started. You know, usually the first segment, we usually have a change maker highlight or an opportunity or a trend, but today we're doing something a little different. So we spent the past week engaging with our listeners, and again, thank you all for your support. First of all, we just want to take a step to thank you all for the support you've given us, the compliment, the feedback, just the tips, everything you've given us, and the support you've shown us. We could not be here without you, and you are the reason, wherever you are in the world, you are the reason why we're doing it. Now, the second is, I had a conversation with someone actually, and he mentioned about spreading more love. And what he mentioned about was actually quite unfortunate. He just said, we need more love in the Southeast. We need more love in this region. He actually left because we need more love. So I just want, and so we had a back and forth, and we kind of just, I believe there's love here. But wherever you are, there are people going through it, and you don't know what they're going through. And so whatever ways you can show your kindness, even if it's just a smile, even if it's just by showing up, even if it's just by being next to them, just however you can show love or show a little bit of kindness today and each day this week, I want to challenge you, because times are trying and people are going through it, but people are also going through amazing things. So I just wanted to take this moment to spread some words of love and encouragement. Now, the second part is we're doing something a little different. We don't have a change maker this to highlight today, but we do have an opportunity. So this week is all about emotional intelligence and also mental processing. So one of these things is we have a little activity if you're going through a defining moment in your life. And so I work with students, so I actually do this session and activity with them. And so if you're going through anything in your life or a defining moment, express yourself, but ask yourself these things. And one of the key ways to express yourselves is, I believe, by writing things out. So just think about a defining moment. It could be positive, it could be negative, it could be any moment that really changed your outlook on life. And write out these 5 phrases. The first is, I feel. The second is, I wish. The third, I thought. The fourth, I hoped. And the fifth, it seemed. So in that moment, what did you feel? In that moment, what did you wish? What did you think? What did you hope for? And what did it seem like? So again, we had to do something different because a lot is happening and people are going through a lot. So wherever you are in the world, just know that you're seen, you're heard, you're felt. Just take the time you can to recuperate, think about things, and thank you again for joining us. We're going to take a short break, and then I am super excited to introduce our guest speaker for today. And don't forget, we can also call in at any time or send messages to us to not only let us know, ask questions to a guest expert, but to let us know how your journey so far has been, not just with Imo Light Up, not just with the task, but just in life. Thank you again, and we'll be right back.
We
All right, all right, all right. Welcome back to Emo Light Up Radio Show. I hope you enjoyed that little fun, quirky little song. Kind of woke me up and, made me almost on my feet. Inside, I was jumping and dancing. But I hope it made you wake up and dance a little bit or move your body wherever you are. So we're about to introduce our guest speaker, and I am so excited, as I've expressed already, but she is amazing. All right. Meet Chinyere Aniebonam, a certified therapist and mental health advocate, helping individuals and couples navigate emotional challenges. She is the founder and CEO of Health Planet Psychotherapy Limited, one of Nigeria's fastest growing mental health organizations, and leads Health Planet Foundation, a nonprofit focused on trauma recovery and well being. With a background in nursing and certifications in psychology, counseling, and psychotherapy, Chinyere blends clinical expertise with compassion. Chinyere is our guest speaker on the 7th episode of Imo Light Up Radio Show, and we are speaking on the theme Leading with Emotional Intelligence, where she will share powerful insights on healing, connection, and the role of emotional awareness in leadership. Welcome, Chinyere.
Thank you so much.
How
Thank
are
you
you?
for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for dedicating your afternoon with us. How are you doing today?
I'm so fine. I'm so happy to be here.
Really, I might be more happy than you, but I think because just reading your qualifications and now our audience know, they're probably like, wow, we have this expert here in Imo State. Where has she been? But I'm glad you came out today. So
Of course.
we'll get right into it. So what can you share how in your field of expertise how you've calmed tensions?
Okay, thank you so much for that first question. As a therapist, calming down tension is one of the most crucial things that we do. So, for example, when a client walks into my office, the first thing I do is to let them have a seat and take 2 to 3 minutes to calm down. And before then, we now introduce ourselves. I first of all introduce myself to them and ask them to introduce themselves. And if there is any question they would like to know about me, they should do that. So by doing this, the client feels calm and gain to kind of trust you more to begin the session with. After that, then I explain the boundaries in the therapy section that everything we do here is confidential. Feel free to share your details. It will not be seen anywhere. It will not be posted anywhere. By doing so, the client is now even more ready to talk to you. So during the counseling section, as for instance, couples counseling, after like sometimes we always have issues, arguments, things like that during the counseling session. So what I do is that I first of all, sometimes I've been pushed to act up to show my emotions, but I just take a step back, take a deep breath, and remind myself that I'm here for my clients. So I'm here to help them understand their emotions and how to share it, how to express it in a more healthy way. So I first of all talk to the person, like the husband, to calm down, take it slow, do the same thing with me, and then allow your wife to speak. By doing so, you will see the wife feels welcomed, she feels calm, she feels like someone is here listening to her, someone is here for her. So these are various ways that I used to calm down sessions, especially during therapy sections.
I love that. Thank you. And I know sometimes it can be tough because when people have so much emotions,
Exactly.
that calming down. So, but you seem to have a calming energy yourself. So, I like that about you.
Thank
So,
you.
in your thoughts, what is emotional intelligence in simple terms?
Yes. Emotional intelligence in simple terms is understanding your emotions, understanding the triggers of your emotions, how to manage them, and most importantly, how to express them in a healthy way. So it's not just about understanding your own emotions also, it's about helping your others understand their emotions, how they can manage it, and help them express it in a healthy way. So for instance, during couples counseling, when it seems heated up, so I ask the husband to take a step back, take a deep breathing, and allow the wife to speak. During this time, I give the wife a chance to express her own emotions, and I allow communication, active listening. So this also helps by active listening, maintaining eye contact with with your client, and the husband also maintaining eye contact with the wife, you get to show empathy, you get to listen deeply to not just what they are sharing, but the emotions behind it, what is causing this anger, or what is causing this sadness, and then you tend to help them better in that way. So emotional intelligence is not just about understanding your own emotions, but helping others to be able to share their own in a more healthy way.
So let me bounce off a little bit. What is the word healthy? When you think of healthy, what does that mean? First to you, and then second in your field of work.
Thank you. I will use an example to explain that. What I mean by healthy in this instance is like the example I gave earlier. The wife, the husband is shouting, is telling the wife, you are always nagging, you are always making up arguments, you are always shouting all the time. The wife hearing these words, her emotions are being touched. She's not feeling it right. She might burst into tears. So this can be explained that this person is not getting this in a healthy way. So when I ask the husband to take a step back and allow the wife to speak, we have given her a chance to express herself. And then the husband will learn how to express himself in a more healthy way. Okay, after that exercise, the husband started understanding the wife, and they had more healthy communication instead of arguing and shouting. So that is it.
Wow, okay. That's a good one. So, based on your experience, you have your own business, you have your own foundation.
Yeah.
What role did self-awareness and emotional control play in your leadership? And has it played in your leadership?
Of course. Emotional awareness, self-awareness is very, very critical. For me, it helps me to understand my emotion. First of all, what is this emotion? Is it anger? Is it sadness? Is it jealousy? What exactly is it? So it helps me to understand my own emotions, manage them, and know when and how to express them in a healthy way. So as a professional therapist, this has also helped me in helping my clients to understand their own emotion. This might just be anger. It might not be anything else. Or this might just be that you are jealous of whatever your partner is doing. So it might not be anger. Then take a step back and assess, reflect on that emotion. What caused this? What exactly is this? How did it come to play? What made me to feel this way? Is this the right time to express this emotion? And is this how I should express it better? So emotional intelligence has helped me. For an instance, as a leader, I have an NGO. So I have a lot of volunteers that are working for me. Okay. So when they came in, I asked them, I tried to verify each of them. So during the assessment stage, I tried to understand their weakness and their strengths. So this has helped me to know how to bring my team together. Yes.
Wow, you're so insightful. I love that. Okay, so then in terms of emotional intelligence, how has that impacted your relationships?
Professionally and personally, it has impacted my relationship in a more profound way. For an instance, with my siblings, we have this connection, emotional connection. I tend not to act out with my emotions. I just don't jump into conclusion what this might be. I like to take a step back, assess myself, reflect on those emotions before jumping into conclusion or start acting out. So this has helped me even in a more professional way. With the example I gave you earlier during that session with couples counseling. So me taking a step back, and instead of rushing to express my emotions or maybe shout at the husband, I just took a step back, take a deep breath, relax, and then assessed my emotion by asking myself and realizing that this is not the right time to actually express myself. I'm here to help my clients understand their own emotions and express it in a more healthy way. So it has actually impacted me both professionally and personally. Yeah.
Okay, you seem to be level-headed. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and ask Ms. Chinyere more questions. And also, I would love to dive deeper into your work. I think that's such an interesting territory, if you don't mind at all.
That's all right.
Wonderful. All right, we'll be right back. Imo Lite, Imo City, and beyond. Stay very tuned and enjoy the music. right, all right, all right. Hello, Imo Lites, Imo State and beyond, wherever you are in the world. Thank you all for joining today. I'm your host, the host of the most, Shinansa Onukua, and we are currently live on Bus Radio 98.9 FM, the only station you can catch this show as right now, Bus Radio 98.9 FM. So thank you so much. We've been hearing from our phenomenal guest speaker, Chinyere, about emotional intelligence, how to calm tension, and how emotional intelligence has impacted, her relationships and her journey. And so I'm really grateful for what's to come more and what's more to come. Again, thank you to our amazing sponsor, Provo School, a leading nursery, primary, and secondary school in Nigeria. So if you're looking for a private school, the secondary school is a boarding school, the nursery and primary is private, a private school where parents and your pupils, your children can go to here in Imo State. Wonderful community. They're your go-to. So again, thank you so much for helping young leaders rise with wisdom and courage. So we're gonna get back to regular program. Hello, Miss Chinyere. Are you here with us?
Of course I am.
Yes, I can see you. Thank you for your insightful wisdom so far. How are you doing so far?
I'm fine. I'm doing well.
I love that. So we're gonna get right back into it. But first, let me remind our audience that at any point, or towards the end, but at any point you can call in the live studio number and WhatsApp, and then whenever we have slots we can take in a few questions here and there. So the live studio number, and again the country code for Nigeria is +234. The live studio number for Boss Radio 98.9 FM is 0912-267-7989, or you can send a WhatsApp message to 0806 999-2999. Again, if your questions and comments are for Imo Light Up Radio Show, you only have between 12:30 and 1:30 p.m. this slot, the next 30 minutes, to send your comments so we can attend to it and engage with it. But wherever you are, thank you so much for this other awesome episode we're having so far of Imo Light Up Radio Show. All right, we're going to get right back into it. So, Chinyere, what is a non-negotiable skill for young leaders today?
Okay, why is it a non-negotiable skills for young leaders today? Of course it is, because these days leadership is not just about giving tasks, it's not just about assigning roles to your team, it's also about understanding them. It's not just about the physical aspect, but the emotional aspect. What are their weaknesses? What are their strengths? What kind of role should I assign to this individual? And also understand when they are emotionally burnt out, what to do, how to help them. For the example I gave earlier, I have an NGO, so my volunteers, I started by assessing them, their weakness and their strengths. I asked individuals, what role specifically would you like to take on? You wouldn't need any supervision. So they each picked out the perfect one they want to go on with and they are comfortable working with. So this has helped me to understand that this is particularly what they can do without any disturbance. And with this, they won't feel like the workload is too much. So, and that did not stop them. As a leader, when they did not meet up with their tasks or the deadline, I tend to go back to them and ask why. So, your job is not your particular job is not the only thing in their life. They have family issues, relationship issues, work, health issues also. So that can disrupt them from meeting up with the deadline. So I try to help them as a therapist, just help them, give them the advice I can, give them some time, and then we'll come back again and we'll continue. So this has helped me to actually know my team members very much and how we can work together as a team. So as a young leader, you should have emotional intelligence to understand your team members very well, understand their strengths, their weakness, where they could go wrong, and when to actually express your own emotions as a leader. We are going through stress, daily stress, and some things your employees can do to you can make you sad. So at some time, when you are about to get angry, just catch yourself, maybe take a deep breath, reflect on those emotions, and try to express it in a more healthy way. That will help you as a leader to also motivate your team members and carry them along. Yeah.
I think that's wonderful, and that really segues because the past 2 weeks we've been talking about becoming a young leader, then building strong networks. I think what you said really segues. Now, just to bounce off that, as you're practicing all this understanding and self-awareness, do you think you should expect the other side to also equally as well practice this? Because I know this has been an ongoing debate where it's like, how much understanding and grace and patience should you show? If you're practicing this much self-awareness and emotional intelligence at a high level, would you expect the other person that you're communicating with to have that same level of high emotional intelligence?
Okay, of course you cannot determine their level of emotional intelligence, but you as a person, you tend to have high emotional intelligence to help the other person. So in a situation where the other person is not trying, is not giving up, then you try to help them in the best way you can. But at some point when it is becoming too much, you can let them go. You can't always keep on carrying them along, keep on helping them, keep on teaching, keep on following them. After some point, if they are not trying to help themselves also, try to improve their emotional intelligence. Understand that you have been doing this for a long time, you have been helping them, you have been trying for them to be on this job and have this. So they should also show you the same empathy that you are showing them. So it goes both ways.
Wait, I mean, this is speaking to me so much. So another bounce off this, your thoughts, because it's really speaking to me, and I hope it's speaking to others. How long should you wait before you let them go?
Okay, that depends on your tolerance range, because how long I can wait is not the same with how long you can wait. My emotional intelligence can be so high that I can tolerate someone for maybe a year.
Wow.
But yours might not be same. So this also implies to couples. When you are, or those that are in a relationship, your emotional intelligence can be high. Maybe when we are not all perfect. So when this person is coming off with their shortcomings, you are tending to tolerate them. It depends on your tolerance range. So if you can keep on going, keep on adapting, keep on talking to this person and helping them, then continue. But once it started affecting your mental health, that you yourself cannot stand this, then you have to let go. Because if you allow it to affect your own mental health, it's like poison. Is now you that is healthy is now poison. You can become something else. You can become angry. You can become aggressive. Your personality can change automatically. So you should know when to stop. You should know that, okay, this is now becoming too much. This is affecting me mentally, and I need to stop. And this is also a reason why, talking about couples, why we advise them to go for counseling when it becomes too overwhelming. Just for you not to lose yourself in the process of helping your partner come along, helping them with their emotional intelligence, adapting. So you go for counseling, also help yourself refresh, maybe learn some new things that can help you as couples. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'm taking a snippet from that. So, Imo Lites, Imo State and Beyond, I hope you heard that. Whenever, we each have a different tolerance and threshold for emotional intelligence. So when you feel like it's affecting you as a person, your mental health, and oh my goodness, there's so many things I want to ask you. So some I'll save on here, some I'll save offline. But this is such a wonderful conversation. Thank you, Chinyere, for joining us. We have a few more questions, then we're going to open it up. And so my next question to you is, how can we develop self-awareness, empathy, and better communication? I know that's a heavy one.
No, it's not heavy. I love that.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that, because people should know how to develop their emotional intelligence. Self-awareness to start with. If you can take some minutes in the morning, just some time, to reflect on your emotions. You start with meditation.
Okay.
Meditation is a very, very good tool. You can just take out a time and relax yourself, and tend to ask yourself questions like, what caused this emotion? What exactly is this emotion? Try to identify it. Is it anger? Is it fear? Is it anxiety? Is it sadness? Is it jealousy? Because some people can act off on something that is not real, that is not there. So meditation will help you to reflect on those emotions and ask yourself questions. Did I act well? Is this my fault? Where did I go wrong? This will help you, especially for couples. When you ask yourself and reflect on these questions, you come back to your partner and you'll be able to say, I'm sorry, this is where I actually went wrong, and this is what I did wrong. But for some people that does not have emotional intelligence, that they just want to act it out. They don't go back to reflect on their emotions, what could have been the cause, because it's not always, you are not always right, you are not always totally right. So meditation is one too. The second one is journaling. Take out some time, maybe every day, and write out how you felt. Is this out of just miscommunication, or am I just overreacting? You write them down. When you write this down, it's going to help you track the patterns of your emotions. So you're also going to help you to know that at this particular time, this is not when to react, and I did not express myself in a more healthy way this time.
And that's a hard one for many people. Like, that takes a lot of humility to tell yourself that. Like,
yeah.
This time it wasn't the best for us.
Exactly. You need to accept it yourself.
Yes.
Acceptance is number one.
Yes.
Accept that, no, I'm wrong here, and something needs to be done. But the self-awareness is very strong and most important, because when you understand that I am wrong, it tends to kind of make you take a step back instead of overreacting. Now that you are aware that you are wrong, you can't just continue shouting even when you know you are wrong. So it helps you to calm down a bit and then come back again to either you can apologize, or maybe you can do another thing that is not apology. Some people will not like to go straight up and apologize. They will come through the back door to apologize to you. But that self-awareness helps. It really helps. And another thing is communication, especially for couples. This is the most important one. Active listening is one of the skills. You are actually communication is not just about talking. It's not just about understanding my grammar, the English that I'm using. It's not just listening to respond, listening to let it be my turn, let me talk. During premarital counseling that I handle, I always tell them, make this communication your foundation, where you can be safe and talk to your partner about anything. It requires active listening. And what do I mean? Actually listening to this person, maintaining eye contact, reading their emotional cues, their facial expression, what they are saying. When you are doing this, you are trying to understand the emotions that are coming with these thoughts. Thoughts are not just thoughts. They come out from somewhere. They come from emotions. So try to understand why they are reacting this way. Did I do anything wrong? Because some people will be like, you are the reason I'm acting this way. Your actions first cause my reaction. So you try to understand where this is coming from, and then show some empathy. You try to put yourself in their shoes, and okay, if this is me, how would I react? With this way, there is nothing as couples that you cannot settle. There is no argument as couples that you cannot settle. So communication, active listening, that is number one.
Right. No, that's good. And so you mentioned something that was so interesting, where you said some people apologize behind the scenes, and immediately I said, no, the apology should be as loud as the deed done, because some people have a funny way of, doing the deed loud and apologizing. No, maintain that same energy. So
exactly. Maybe they have actually reflected on their emotions and found out that this is my fault.
Right.
Went wrong here. Instead of them coming in front of their wife, as is most especially men. Instead of them coming in front of their wife to say, baby, I'm sorry for this, they will go and buy gifts, or they say, can't you just keep it away? Let's just forget about it. Apologize, tell me you are sorry, then we move on from there.
Wait, I love that. So wait, what's been your experience working with couples?
Wow.
And do they usually come to you together, like, or is one of them saying, oh, my partner this, but do they come to you together?
Okay, I love that question. It has been amazing.
Wow.
I've been practicing for over 6 years now.
Wow.
So it has been amazing. So when it comes to couples counseling, it's my own rule. I use a 112 model. This means that I have to consult with the husband first, or with the first person first, and then consult with the other person. Differently, we have personal consultation session with this person, and then with that other person before couples counseling. This is because once it comes to marriage, I'm very, very careful, because anything you say can break or make the marriage. They trust you. They're trusting you to help them. So once they come in, I'll explain this to them, that I cannot use what only you told me to judge. So I'm not going to cancel or say anything at this first instance unless I consult with your wife. If your wife is not giving me the consent to consult with her, I will take my hands off. So they have to understand this first before we begin.
Right.
Even if it's just a relationship, I need to consult with you, consult with your girlfriend before we now have the couples counseling. By doing this, you will see that although everything is confidential, both separately, it's still confidential. So by doing this, you will see where they get to open up and tell you more about how they are feeling, something that they could not say in front of their partner. So they open up and tell you more things that you need to understand before you start counseling the case, before you start judging.
Okay.
So by using this one, that I love it so much, you will see when they open up and talk to you. Then when you come to couples counseling, you'll be able to address it better. Yeah. But sometimes, I will not lie, sometimes it becomes more chaotic. There are arguments, there are ups and downs, but that is the time you tend to calm tensions, and then we start over again and begin to help them. Yes.
Wow, Chinyere, I am so I'm ecstatic. I haven't stopped smiling. I'm enjoying this conversation. So, Imo Lite's listeners around the world, I hope you're enjoying this conversation as much as I am. But unfortunately, we're gonna take a short little break. But we're gonna get back. We have a few more questions to ask and a few more questions that's been asked as well. And then we're going to come back to regular programming.
just kidding, I could be on everything. I mean, I could be the leader, head of all the states. I could smile and jiggle it till his pockets empty. I could be the CEO, just like a Robin Fenty. And I'ma be there for you, cause you on my team, girl. Don't ever think you ain't had these dream, girl. They wanna pit us against each other when we succeed, and for no reasons. They wanna see us end up like we were Gina or Mean Girl. Princess or queen, tomboy or king. You've heard a lot you've never seen. Mother Earth, Mother Mary, rise to the top. Divine feminine, I'm feminine. Woman, let me be a woman. Woman, woman, woman. I can be a woman. Woman, woman, woman. Let me be a woman. Woman, woman, woman.
All right. Welcome back to Imo Light Up Radio Show. So I'm going to dedicate that song to all my beautiful and intelligent ladies and women today. Wherever you are, enjoy yourself, treat yourself, have a good time today. You deserve it after your hard work. So from me, Chinonso Onukwa, to you all, treat yourself today and take it easy, all my ladies. All right, so welcome back to regular programming. Welcome back to Imo Light Up Radio Show, only on Buzz Radio 98.9 FM. So we're unfortunately rounding up. We have about 10 more minutes, but we have a few things left to do. We have a couple of questions, one question to ask, and then we're going to give a practical tip. Then also, I would love for us to dive in, if we have enough time, to dive into Chinyere's work, because I think she does amazing things that truly needs to be highlighted. So let's see what the next 10 minutes has in store for us. But wherever you are, I hope you're enjoying this power hour of motivation, empowerment, and impact. I mean, you don't even have to have a meal. This is your treat right here, because me, I'm stuffed. I am satisfied. So thank you, Chinyere, for keeping us well fed today.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So a question I have for you is, are there any practical daily habits to improve emotional intelligence?
Of course, there is. To improve your emotional intelligence is about consistency, determination, discipline. You wanting to do this every day to understand yourself better. So the first one will be mindfulness, that is meditation. If you can take out a day, any time in a day, and reflect on your emotions. Think about yourself, what caused this action, or just any time that you are feeling overwhelmed, anytime you want to burst out that anger, just take out a time, take a step back, and reflect on those emotions. So you can do this not just by meditating, you can do this by deep breathing, or just reflecting on the thoughts. So just take a moment, reflect on those thoughts, and ask yourself questions. What actually caused this emotion? What triggered it? And how can I express it in a better way? Is this the best time? Because the best time to express it really matters. You knowing when best to express your emotions and how to express it in a more healthy way, it really matters. So that aside, communication, active listening, showing empathy, emotional regulation, those are very, very good tools. And another one that I do personally for myself is journaling.
Okay.
Whenever I'm angry, I tend to write more than for safety. I just write it down, everything that is making me sad, just pen it down. And when I'm done, I squeeze it and throw it away.
Wow.
So on the process, I just feel calm. When I've written it down on the paper, I just feel better that way. So it's just the same way they say, when you have a problem, just write it down and trash it. So that is going to make you feel better. So it's actually helpful. Just the time it will take you to write them down will be the time it will take you to calm down, those tensions. So that is actually a very good tip for me.
Okay, so you're getting comments. Someone saying, my able therapist, you're everything, overwhelming and so professional. She is everything. I think I'm glowing. Okay, I need to calm down. Okay, no, I definitely need to calm down. I think I'm raving too much, right?
It's fine. Express yourself. It's fine.
Okay, so my last question for you is, I want to talk about psychotherapy. You're into psychotherapy.
Sure.
I think that term is just such a sensitive area, but can you explain to us a little bit more about that and what you do with your organization and company?
Okay, yeah, psychotherapy, people do not know much about it.
Right.
Yeah, when someone calls me sometimes, they will say, I have neck pain, should I come? I said, no, I'm not physiotherapist, I'm psychotherapist. They often misunderstand that. So psychotherapy is going to help you with your mind. Psychotherapy on its own is helping you understand your your emotions, we talk about your mind, we talk about when this is how did this emotion start. Whatever that is your problem, some people come with anxiety, depression, addiction, PTSD, trauma. So we tend to go deep down to your emotions and then to your past. When, how did this start? What could have caused this addiction? What are your feelings like associated with it? So it's about like psychology, the study of your mind, how your thoughts inflated your feelings, which in turn affects your behavior. So it's about your mind, it's about your mental health, it's about your mental well-being. That is what psychotherapy is all about.
Okay.
And people often say the stigma behind it is that when someone is saying, I want to see a therapist, they think it's about people that are mad. No, that word, no. It's not those that are passing through mental illness. If you have mental illness, you can go to a psychiatric hospital. But mental health challenges are different from mental illness. So these challenges can be depression. It's just people like me and you. We can be depressed, we can be sad, we can have trauma, we can pass through anxiety, we can be addicted or substance, etc. So things like this is what you go for a therapist to see a therapist. Or those that are having marital issues, they want to settle this argument or something like that. You come for counseling, you see a therapist. It does not mean that you are mad. It does not mean that something is wrong with you mentally.
Right.
It's just that you need to actually understand your mental health. You need to help yourself. That is what psychotherapy is all about. Then psychotherapist is someone giving the service.
No, this is wonderful. I think this show has almost, I would honestly confidently say maybe broken the stigma, because the way I haven't heard about the way you're portraying mental health and therapy in such a positive light like that.
Of course.
You know, and it's really hard to do, even from experts. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. You're welcome. So we're going to take a break, not a break, but we're going to leave you with some tips. You've heard so much from Chinyere, so much. So I hope you took some notes, or, you know, you can also tune in and check back in with a recap on the episode. Again, if you're not following Imo Lite up on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or YouTube, make sure you do so. We publish our episodes, and you can engage with us using hashtag Imo Lite up. Now, here's how to build your emotional intelligence muscles. Starting today, your muscles. This is your physical. Okay, the first is practice self-check-ins. Ask yourself, what am I feeling right now and why? The second, pause before you react. Responding takes emotional control. So if you need to, and I think Chinyere made a phenomenal point about this, is breathe. Yeah. Right? Pause, take a breathe, count to 5. I know a lot of common, they'll say count to 10 if needed. The third is listen to understand. Focus fully on the speaker, not your comeback. So some of us, we're so quick to say we're listening, but we're really actually listening on our responses, and we haven't really understood what the speaker has been saying. So make sure you're listening to understand. The fourth is label your emotions. And this one's a bit different, right? But I think giving your feelings name helps you manage them. And this could also be aligned with maybe journaling as well. But essentially, I've found that writing really helps process your emotions and also helps manage them. The fifth is seek feedback. Ask trusted people. So now you all know about Chinyere. I mean, I'm sure you all already knew about her because she already had a great network. We did our research. She's wonderful. So if you didn't know about her, now you already know about her. So ask trusted people, how do I come across when I speak or act? So I think one of the great things is getting feedback, but constructive feedback with people who trust, who have your general interests and intentions at heart. So this is 5 tips on how to build your emotional intelligence muscle starting today. Now we're about to wrap up. We're wrapping up in a little bit, but I think we may have time for one more, because I would love to ask Chinyere what her outlook is for Nigeria when it comes to the state of our mental health. But I'll get there, because I think that's a heavy one. So I'll give you time to think about one. I'm putting her on the spot with that one, if you don't mind. Okay. Okay, so the action steps. So the challenge for this week is choose one emotional intelligence habit to practice daily this week. So choose one emotional intelligence habit to practice daily this week. Journal your emotions active listen, ask for feedback, and respond instead of reacting. So which one are you going to practice this week? Are you going to journal your emotions? Are you going to listen actively? Are you going to ask for feedback? Or are you going to respond instead of reacting? So definitely, communicate, engage with us on your journey by hashtag ImoLiteUp, IMOLITEUP, on any of our social media platforms. Now we have time for one more question, and we're going to hit her. I think this is a perfect question to close out. So, Chinyere, what is your outlook for Nigeria, and where do you think the state of our mental health is as a country?
Okay, talking about our mental health in Nigeria, I think people in Nigeria does not know about, we don't have the awareness enough to seek for help and know where to go to. We have not gotten to know about mental health and the need for it. So we are still putting out awareness, first of all, for people to get to know this and know that when I'm feeling this way, this is what it means, and this is who I need to meet to. So they still trust their pastors, their Catholic priests to do this for them. But this is who you need to talk to. You need to talk to a certified therapist. You need to talk to a certified counselor to help you with it. So Nigeria is still, mental health is still growing in Nigeria. It's still growing. People are still getting to understand what mental health is all about. Some people will be like, how can I invest in my mental health, all this amount of money? But it is very important because it affects all your whole body. When you are down mentally, when you are, just take of depression, when you are truly depressed, it's going to affect your whole, you can't even walk, you can't even do anything. People with addiction, it also affects their work, their relationship, their life. So mental health it takes part in everything that you do. We need to know more about mental health. So we are looking at that advertisement. We are looking at creating awareness for Nigerians to know about it, and hopefully in maybe soon we are going to get it out there that mental health is something you need to visit a therapist, talk to them about it. Even if it's just weekly, they do it out there. Weekly, you meet a therapist, you talk to them. We are going through a whole lot of stress, not just from family, from work, relationship, life, different aspects, even health. So you need someone to talk to. You need someone you can confide in. Marriages these days are being so tough. I don't know why, but it's being so tough. We are not tolerating one another. We need more of that tolerance. We need emotional intelligence. We need more of it. So people should understand that this thing is, you are dealing with human beings. You are dealing with people that has feelings, that has emotions. And when it comes to that, you need to build your own emotional intelligence to help them out. And if you cannot do it, then you see a therapist.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. That's a whammer. That is a perfect. We're done. We're done, everybody. That's a perfect way to end the show. So thank you to our amazing sponsor of Pearlville School, top tier nursery, primary, and secondary school in Nigeria. Thank you for standing behind the youth development that goes beyond intellect. Thank you, Chinyere, for just gracing us today. Thank you, listeners around the world, for your insight. We had more engagement today on our social media platforms, so thank you for engaging every way you can. Tune in next week for an amazing session of Imo Lite Up Radio Show, only on Buzz Radio 98.9 FM.